Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you forge in the fires of hardship. It's the quiet voice inside you that says, get up when everything else tells you to quit. It's the decision to do what must be done, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. There will come a moment in your life when you're faced with a choice, to stay as you are or to rise above it. That moment defines everything, because comfort is the enemy of growth, and comfort will try to convince you to stay where it's safe. Comfort will whisper lies in your ear. You've done enough. Rest now. No one will know if you quit. But discipline tells you the truth. It tells you that your future self is watching. The version of you that's stronger, sharper, and wiser is waiting. And it's up to you to decide if you'll reach them. Discipline starts in the small moments when no one is watching. It's the alarm clock ringing before sunrise. It's the workout when your muscles ache. It's the decision to study when you're tired, to keep pushing when your mind screams to stop. Discipline is the quiet, brutal sacrifice that builds the foundation of greatness. You don't rise to your goals by accident. You get there by carving away everything that holds you back. Old habits, lazy routines, wasted time, they all have to go. You must be ruthless with your weaknesses, because weakness isn't just a character flaw, it's a thief that steals your potential. Some days will test you. You'll face doubt, exhaustion, frustration. There will be moments when your mind tells you to stop, that the pain is too much, that the struggle isn't worth it. But you must silence that voice. You must push through the wall, because the other side is where strength is built. The truth is, no one will ever see most of the work you put in. They'll see the results, the strength, the success, but they'll never know about the nights you spent pushing through pain. They'll never know about the mornings you dragged yourself out of bed when your body begged you to rest. They'll never feel the burn in your muscles, the doubt that gnawed at your mind, or the moments when you wondered if you were strong enough to keep going. But you will know. And that's what matters. Because discipline isn't about impressing others. It's about proving to yourself that you are stronger than you thought possible. The hardest part is that discipline demands sacrifice. It demands that you give up comfort, that you abandon excuses. It asks you to trade your old self, the one that procrastinates, the one that avoids hard work, for the version of you that stands firm in the face of struggle. The moment you decide to stop giving in to weakness, to stop choosing the easy path, you begin to unlock a power within you that most people will never understand. That power comes from consistency, from pushing forward when it's hard, from showing up when you don't feel like it, and from refusing to surrender to fear and doubt. Every day you must remind yourself, this is who I am now. This is the path I've chosen. And that path will demand everything from you. It will demand your energy, your time, and your focus. It will require you to sacrifice who you are now to become who you're meant to be. There will be no applause for most of your victories. No one will celebrate the mornings you dragged yourself out of bed or the nights you worked when you felt empty. But the results will speak for themselves. Strength, resilience, and confidence will grow in you, not because you were given them, but because you earned them. And in time, people will ask how you did it. They'll say you're lucky. They'll say you have talent. But you will know the truth, that it wasn't luck or talent that built you. It was discipline, the unshakable decision to push harder, to go further, to never stop striving for the person you knew you could become. You don't become great by doing what's easy. You become great by sacrificing what's comfortable for what's necessary. So ask yourself, are you willing to give up who you are now for who you could become? Are you ready to face the pain, the struggle, the moments of doubt, and push through them anyway? If you are, know this. Every sacrifice you make will bring you closer to the life you were meant to live. Every early morning, every extra rep, every choice to keep going when no one is watching, that's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The journey won't be easy. The world will test you. But discipline, real discipline, will carry you through. And one day, you'll look back and realize that every ounce of pain was worth it. Because you didn't just survive, you thrived. You became unbreakable. And no one can ever take that away from you. Discipline isn't just about motivation. It's about ownership. Owning your choices, your actions, and ultimately, your life. Because no one else will do it for you. You can blame your circumstances, your past, or the people around you, but none of that will change your reality. The truth is, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. Every morning you wake up, you face a decision, stay in comfort or step into the fire. the fire of discomfort, of pushing beyond what feels safe. Discipline means choosing that fire every single time. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. See, discipline is brutal. It demands sacrifice. It asks you to get up when your body screams for rest. It tells you to keep going when your mind insists you've given enough. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's those quiet moments when you lace up your shoes at 4 a.m. while the world is still sleeping. When you drag yourself to the gym after a long, exhausting day. When you turn off distractions and sit with your thoughts, forcing yourself to grow. Discipline will make you uncomfortable, and that's exactly why it works. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It's forged in pain, in resistance, in those moments when you feel like giving up, but you push forward anyway. And that push, that's where the magic happens. The moment you override your mind's excuses, you break through a wall, and suddenly you're stronger than you were before. And it doesn't stop there. The more you push, the stronger you become. Each morning that you rise before the sun, each workout you refuse to skip, each time you choose focus over distraction, that's another brick laid on the foundation of your future self. A self that is unshakable, unstoppable. But understand this, discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. You're going to stumble. You'll have moments where you fall short, where doubt whispers that you're not enough. But that's where discipline steps in. It tells you to stand back up, to keep moving forward, even when you feel like you've failed. Because discipline isn't about winning every battle, it's about showing up for every fight. When you make discipline your ally, you stop relying on willpower alone. You create habits that carry you through the days when you feel weak. When your mind says, I'm tired, discipline says, we keep going. When your body says, I've had enough, discipline says, one more rep, one more mile, one more hour. And before you know it, that voice becomes louder than your excuses. Discipline becomes instinct, an unshakable force inside you. The kind that makes you wake up at 4 a.m., not because you have to, but because you want to. Because you know that those quiet hours before the world stirs are your edge, your advantage. While others are still resting, you're building. While others are seeking comfort, you're embracing the grind. Every sacrifice you make, every late night spent working, every early morning spent training, every comfort you let go of is an investment in your future self. Because the truth is, the strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of your doubts, your excuses, and your fears. But you'll never meet that version if you stay where it's comfortable. To become who you were meant to be, you must burn away who you are right now. And that fire, that transformation, begins with discipline. So ask yourself, are you willing to show up when no one's watching? Are you willing to push forward when your mind screams stop? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for growth? Because if you're truly ready to commit, then the path ahead is yours. Step into the fire and let discipline